so on to the most important person in the wedding, me. Just kidding. Where's Al? So, we've heard kind of a couple versions of these stories the past couple days, but I met Allison about 2 years ago at Lizzie Hughes' birthday first heard about Allison down at Lizzie Hughes' birthday. MK Griswold and Alex Tufty Griswold are literally raving about this girl from New Jersey. Like, dude, you need to meet this girl. MK's like, her name is Al, she works in finance, she's from New Jersey. I'm like, is this a chick or a dude? So, my expectations weren't sky high. I was a little nervous. Not that I'm any great prize. So I look her up on Facebook, and obviously she's drop-dead gorgeous. I'm like, she's from Cranford. Some of my buddies must know her. So who do I call but Mike Farley, the social chair of everywhere he is? And I'm like, Mike, do you know Allison? I kind of remember you mentioned her name. He was like, yeah, dude, she's really hot, and she's like a genius or something. And he goes, oh, and she was my babysitter. And I say, Mike, you must be confused because she's a year and a half younger than us. He goes, dude, my point exactly, she's a genius or something. And Mike was spot on. Allison is the most modest person I've ever met in my entire life. She really is. She graduated #1 in her class from UVA. She passed the CFA before she was 23 years old. And I literally have to make her do my business school homework because I have no idea what's going on. If I graduated #1 in my class and had to the CFA, I would literally have tattoos on my bicep, would cut off my sleeves and just flex at work all day. I did not graduate #1 in my class. I think I graduated around 990th out of 1,000. But the 10 people I beat out, I became best friends with, and they're all here. So they always made me feel like a genius. So on to the first meeting of Allison. As discussed, just being Wall Street warriors, we're going back to work at 5 a.m. on Black Friday, and I go to pick her up at 5 a.m. in Cranford, and I'm like, okay, like this is awkward, but this is the first time we're really going to meet. So I, drive out to Cranford, pull into her driveway, 4:55 a.m. I see the blinds are open. Mary Ellen's head's like beating out like, I'm like, oh, interesting. So Allison comes out, she looks gorgeous, I'm in like total Joseph A. Banks shit suit. And I'm like, maybe I should have got a little more dressed up. And I was so infatuated with her, I swear to God, I drove onto the Garden State Parkway on the wrong way. I turned around and she was like, what is wrong with this freak? So, obviously that one thing led to the next, and I just fell in love with her pretty much instantaneously. I was calling her the fiance to all my friends after I literally had only spoken to her on the phone. And I just knew from that second she was the most special person I ever met in my entire life. She honestly makes me a better person, and she just draws the best out of me and just makes me... The proudest part of my day every day is to introduce Allison as my other half. And now, every day I get to say for the rest of my life that she's my wife, and that's honestly the thing that I'm most proud of in this entire world. So I know that I'm incredibly lucky. People say to marry up, I definitely did that. And I just think people are going to be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you marrying this like short, fat, bald, loud guy? So, there's one person that I really wish could have been here tonight. My grandfather, John Henry Flood Jr. He was just a really, really great guy. He was my hero growing up. And I never forget something that he told me. We had just gotten crushed in the state championship lacrosse game my junior year. And I was devastated. It was really the only time I was ever like crying over a sports game my entire life. For some reason,